Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's 2020 Insight version 13 webinar. Thank you very much for carving an hour out of your day today to look at the new features we have developed over the last few months with the new release of version 13 of Insight. And hopefully you will enjoy these new functionalities and see that those ones are very beneficial for every company upgrading to the latest version of Insight. So, wow, we are Syncly now. I think most of you we talked to already and explained it. The product name will not change. It's still 2020 Insight, and some other products stay the same, but our new company name is Syncly. So again, welcome today. My name is Jörg Brauns. I will host the webinar today, and with me I have two colleagues presenting the majority of the features today. My colleague Joachim is presenting a part of it, and then we also have Nico here as well, going a little bit more into some features on the technical side as well. Just a little bit about us for everyone who has not kept up with the merger and the name change. So at this point in time, we are a little bit north of 2,400 employees here, 2020 now. So we really, or at Syncly, sorry, we really went through a huge growth here. We are in 100 countries right now with our solutions. 43 offices and have a combined 30-year plus experience. But what is very interesting here, and then if you look at the graph at the bottom right, it's really besides the 30% for R&D, which we're putting in, and also the 15% for customer service or customer success in here. So 45% of our entire company is dedicated really towards our customer, to improve products, to improve customer satisfaction, and so on. Many of you know that we have the 2020 Insight product because you guys on the phone here on the WebEx webinar, you're using it. But we also have other products. So at this point in time, we can really provide a solution, everything from, a family sits at home, interested in new furniture, new kitchen, new office, browsing through the internet, looking at certain things, get inspired, then get a design either online or go into a dealership to get that design, work with, I think we have now over 70,000 designers on our solution in North America only. And from there, the information transition then into the manufacturing side. We do have different kind of products, and you will hear from time to time, there's 2020 Design Live, which you guys know. There's Ideal Spaces, there's 3CAD. This is all something which will merge together to not sell individual products any longer, but provide a solution for you guys, for our customers out there in the market. And obviously, you're very strong here. Well, we are so far very strong with the kitchen and bath and the furniture industry, but we do have products now and solutions for the windows, glass and door, and also for flooring. One thing on our side here is also if you have in mind coming to the KBIS, please visit us. Please make an appointment with us. It seems to be very busy this year. It's from January 31st to January 2nd, and hopefully we will see most of you at the KBIS. One other housekeeping note here that I don't forget it. Please use the Q&A button at the bottom on your screen. Ask your questions even throughout the presentation of the new functionalities. And at the end of the presentation, we will have enough time, or we'll make enough time to answer all of your questions. And yeah, so please try not to use the chat, but use the Q&A button. with that, I want to move to the next step. Inside version 13, 60 new features and enhancements we have developed. We show you a few highlights today. I think every one of you guys should have received an email with all the details of what has been developed. But today we want to show you some of these highlights here, and it will be presented by our pre-sales manager, Joachim. Okay, Joachim.
Thank you, Jörg. Thank you very much. So first of all, Nico was shocked in the second, so I do. I present all the highlights today. So Nico is just for a Q&A with us, so that no one is wondering why Nico is presenting nothing today. Okay. First topic is browser clients enhancements, and we have a lot of things on the list. And I go straight ahead into the software, and we have a look on this, and then we can have a look again maybe after this on this list. Let me switch my screen. Just a second. Here we go. I opened one of the new browser-based clients. This here is the service order. And what you see here is that we can now save or can have multiple saved grid views on such a browser. So we go with the mouse on the top of one of the columns here, and then we have here the views, and we have the possibility now to define user-specific ones or for a group, etc. So for example, I say I want to save my actual view, then I can give a name to it. And I can then have a group or a single user. And if I, for example, go into the group or choose the group, then I can choose one of these lists here, for example, product management, and say this is now the new view for this specific group of the people from the product management. And this is what is completely new. All views are saved in the database so that you can hand this over to all the others. Another new functionality is in this view. Let me see, just a second. I have to go back to this. I hope this runs out of the window now. Okay, let me check here. So when you're the user, I'm connected here as demo PM. Then, for example, I have now here the possibilities also to see what kind of actions I have started, and I can see the results, the actual status of it, so that I have really always also an overview about everything what I'm doing. So when I start printing something and say again and again printing as an example, I will see here is something stuck in the queue or something happened to it, so that I have still control about this. This also is now available in our browser-based clients. Multi-selection support, so you can now use by Control and Shift. You can have the different selections here with these clients. And also what is now available is that you can add by drag and drop any kind of attachments. So when, for example, we go and open this part here, and we see we have here no attachments inside, then I have here now the possibility to say by drag and drop, I copy it in, I can add the identifier, the attachment type, whatever it is, and then I can add this to my as an attachment to, in this case, my service order. And with this, we also have then here the preview of it, that you see this. This is also new in the browser-based client. Let us go back to the PowerPoint. Something else what we have is nothing what I can show is the caching of scanned data on fast scanning. We saw that few of our customers had a bit of problem with this when they're scanning very fast. This now get cached, so that we have no longer a problem and someone has to wait during the scanning. It's all get cached, and we work on this, all the scans items then from the cache. This is what we also can do now with the browser clients in Insight. Then let me go to the next one. I don't know, sorry, now it's going out. Okay. BI enhancement, dynamic dashboards. You all know we had at this time, it was always typical, and let me go back to Insight again, that we have here a specific view for it, where we say we have in this business intelligence, we have here all dashboards on a list, and we can dive in. The new functionality now is that we can, for example, here is prepared in the asset management, that I have here now the possibility to add a specific dashboard to my form, to the asset form in this case. So you have here dashboards then in the relation directly to this what we want to show. So see my performance in my example here about the machine and everything what is around of this machine. And this functionality we will have then with all browser-based clients, so also the upcoming sales clients, they all will have this capability that you can add dashboards directly to these clients, and you see then the data what you see in the dashboards have in relation to the rest what you do in this specific client. This is what is complete new. Let me go to the next already, and this is the Rite integration for our optimizer console. We opened our panel optimization console for third-party optimizer, and the first one is now HOMAG Rite. We will take care also about other vendors, other machine vendors. We're already in discussion with email shelling, for example, but now Rite is in place. But also, to be honest, we had a technical issue. So I'm not able to show you this in live today. We did some screenshots, but we have the specialist with us where we can go through all your questions if you have something on this. But let me first of all show you a bit how it looks at the moment. So as you know, maybe already the optimization console, you have here the possibility to choose for a specific batch your way or what kind of tool you want to use for the optimizations. Here you see now an example with Rite in place. This is a bit of German here in this, HOMAG Schnittprofit. Schnittprofit is the German name for Rite here. And when we do then the run, it looks exactly in the same way. We do this with our own optimization software. So at the end, we will get all the data back from Rite. We see here the patterns, how this looks, how the cutting looked then. We have the results, so the items, the remnants, and all this stuff. And a bit more to the technique behind this. So you define in the same way you do this today, the CNC machine settings for this specific machine. With this, we choose then, for example, Rite as the optimizer. And Rite offers the possibility to define different kind of profiles. So how you want to do a specific job, cutting, nesting, whatever it is. And we can connect us to this. So we also have then these profiles in Insight, and we send over this then to Rite and work with these profiles on the Rite side. Machine-specific post settings. This is how it looks how we connect then to Rite. This is what we hand over to Rite and start this. And as you always know, we also have then here the possibility to have on-demand actions where you then can start Rite directly from the optimization console and do any kind of optimizations, whatever you want to do here. Sorry that we have no live pictures or a little video on this today, but yeah, I hope we can do this video, what we want to do very soon in the next weeks, so that we maybe can hand over you later on a video as well, that you see this then in live. But today we have only these screenshots. Next part is a few MES enhancements, so manufacturing execution part. We have asset profiles and what we call a machine tree also now with our assets. And for this, I go back again to the live software. So we are here in the assets. And when I get out of this asset, you see here one specific machine. This is the IMA Novimat. And you see already that we have here a column with parent assets. So you see we have a lot of tools or units of this machine also defined as an asset. And with the IMA Novimat, this is the main one. When we open this now and we go to the hierarchy, what is the English word for it? Is it in German or it is in English? Then you see here the tree of this machine with all the units. So you can define, there's no limitation of how you group this, how many you will have in this. But with this, including the, what is this now? Including the workflow, you can handle all the different units. You can react on any problems, what we have in a specific asset, in a specific unit of this complete machine. And yeah, it should be also a very useful tool, I believe, especially when you have these kind of machines with all the different units as one machine. Okay, then the profile. Sorry, and I don't forget this. So when we have to define new profiles or new assets, we can use these profiles. And this you can define a setup that you, for example, you have, I don't know, 10, 15 forklifts. You can define such a profile and you can use this at the end for preparing new ones. You can say here also, you see here then where all the different profiles or this specific profile is used for which kind of assets you have this in use. You can add on this level also attachments and notes as always. Also to organize you more or have a better organization on all these assets. These asset profiles should help you with this as well. That's from the MES part. And next one is our browser-based service management. And I'm not 100% sure how many people really aware about this because we have this already a bit longer, but it is not that much in use. And for this, so to explain a bit, what is the service order management in general? Just this little slide as a way to explain it to you. We can create an inside service orders. You can connect a service order, or you can connect several or single customer order to a service order to schedule, to prepare the installation at the end on site of these, what you deliver, what you ship, what you want to install on the customer side. And we hand over with this drawings, the order itself, the order lines, bill of materials, everything what is necessary on site for the installation. And later on, you have then also on site the possibility to send data back. So for example, rejects, you can have with this and start this process if something went wrong on the installation or an item is damaged, so that you can start this immediately directly from the customer side. We can do time tracking. You can do notes, videos, whatever it is, hand this over back. You have also, for sure, again, our status workflow. With this, you can give feedback on your progress, on the actual status, how far you are in the installation, all back to inside. And also here now, a view into the software. And let us start with the service orders. So I go back to this and let us have a look on one with the kitchen. So this is then the new service order form. I showed this already a bit to you before. You see here, you have the list of all the service orders, what are at the moment available. When we open one of these, then we will see that we have on the first level the order itself, where we see what is it, who is the customer, the service start and end date. This is at this moment a wish or request when we want to do this. Then on the next level, you define your jobs. And as an example here, it could be several jobs. So the arrival, the delivery, the assembly, electrical connection and things like that you can define. And with everything you have also then the possibility to say, okay, how many work hours we will need for this, how many employees I will need for the specific job, and you can define also sequences and priorities as well. And then in addition, the sales order, so that we see what do we deliver, and you see with this service order we have 2 customer orders. And yeah, what else? Attachments. So for example, later on the signature, what you could collect at the end. So this will be an attachment then to the service order. And it pictures what you do from this, what happened on site, videos, whatever it is. This we can collect then all with the service order here later on. This order has his own workflow again, and that will mean that we, for example, can define it is available now for scheduling. And for this, we have then also the new scheduling form. And we have then chosen one of the service orders, but we have then and behind the list of all the service orders, what are at the moment available. And with this, you see then here what kind of jobs I have to do. And let me switch to my kitchen. This makes more sense instead of a machine. So we see here now the list of jobs, what we have to do with this. And by drag and drop, we have then the possibility to move such a job somewhere on my schedule. And with the time, what we put it into the job, so say maybe we need 5, 6, 7 hours. We see how this looks then in my schedule. And what else? What we can do then, we can define, say, okay, who's available for this job? And you see at the moment that there is no professional what I can put on this job now, because yeah, 2 things could happen. No one is available for this day at this time, or they have not the right skill. This is also something what you can handle with the job, define skills and say what kind of skill I need for the specific job here. In addition, we have also the possibility for a job to define if we need any specific equipments. So it could be the tool what you need on site, or what kind of truck you need, whatever it is. This is all here then possible to define and handle the people, the skills of the people, the equipment, and the job itself. And for sure, you see here a lot of tools where you, for example, can filter by resources. You can do any kind of grouping by resources, by date. You can change the time scale, or you can switch between a day view and a week view, a month view, and so on. So highly flexible also here, the scheduling tool. And when you finish this, when you scheduled everything, then you can release such an order. And with this, you hand this over at the end to the field service app. And where it is, okay, then I have to open it again. So the field service app could look like this then. So you are connected to this client with your credentials. And based on this, you will see your task, what you have to do. It could be a person, it could be a team, however you want to organize this. You can hand this also over to people who from outside who do the installation for you when you don't do this on your own or with your own people. And when I click on one of these, then I can dive in. And here I see now all the data or everything what someone prepared for the service order for me inside. And I see here then, first of all, the task. So where I have to go, this is the arrival, where I have to go, what kind of jobs I have to do with this. And maybe then on the next tab, they say it's orders. So you remember we have these 2 orders here where we have to do the installation. And for example, we see with the unloading, there's something wrong with this specific cabinet of this order. I can click on the order. Then I see the order lines and I can click on the order line. And now I have also the possibility to dive in. And with this, I can then change, for example, here, the view on the bill of material a bit. I see what is part of it. I can choose here something, select something. And with this, I can start the process, start a complaint and rejecting, and send this back. And here, as you know this already from our internal organization, we have also then here the possibility to say, we have here reason codes for this. We have chosen the item, and then from here we start the process with the rejecting and everything. Let me go back to the other tabs. So we have then also the time tracking. You can collect the time, as I said. We have the status, when we see how far we are in the installation, and we have again attachment and notes and everything what you need here. And yeah, that's the overview about this. Here other tools like start time tracking, as I said, add attachments, videos, whatever is, add the signature that someone can say, okay, it's done and it's okay. And with this, we have then a new attachment. But yeah, that's the field service module, the complete one. What we have now completely mobile, or sorry, browser-based. Maybe, yeah, this is all what I explained a bit. I hope you've got it. Important maybe to know is for you that we use exactly the same module also for internal service orders for assets as an example. So all the functionality, what I showed you before, we use also to schedule, to create service orders for the services on machines and everything. And it's just a different view. We have then not a customer as an organization. We have then a plant as an organization, but the functionality is exactly the same with the same tools in this. And it works also then for everyone browser-based now on the shop floor. Good. What else? Yeah, this is already the last topic from my side. I don't know if someone like from your side is using or needs something like this. We have an enhancement on the purchasing of PTO order items. And the idea was really to have the possibility to send at the end, or that we produce something from several vendors and from multiple vendors, and we hand over something to the first vendor. They do specific things, and then from there we send this directly to the next vendor. They do something else with our product, and maybe there's a second one in a row, and at the end the product comes back to us, to the manufacturer, or we ship them directly to the customer. This could be also, but now you can handle this process completely in a row with Insight as well. But this is something what makes no sense to show really in this software. For this, you will not see it because it's still like a routing with several steps, and that's the new functionality in the purchasing part of Insight. Good. So from my side, we are already here at Q&A, and it's up to the group. So are there any questions?
Hey, Joachim, a couple of things are coming in here. The first one was, and I'm not sure if everyone has seen it, it was a question: how close is a sales client to be released for the web order entry? And Nico answered that already, but I'm not sure if everyone has seen that already. The official release is planned for the end of March 2023, which is basically our version 13.2, which we are releasing. Another question was, with the service orders, does the ability exist to schedule service orders for regular intervals? And I know that I'm not sure if Nico, if that is your answer to that question, and Jeff as well. Maybe you want to comment on that one as well, briefly here.
It's possible. There's a system action that allows you to schedule recurring service order for assets. Yeah, possible.
Oh, good. Another one. How does the license structure work for the web forms? Are they a separate license cost than our pro inquiry in response licenses? And Nico, if you answer this, come a little bit closer to the microphone, please.
Okay, is that better now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. Very good question. We have introduced a couple releases ago a so-called named transition license because we thought it's not fair if you would now pay for a new, let's say, web browser license and only we have some forms and functionality available. So I would suggest that you contact your sales rep. And there you could get one named transition license for each full user you have on the desktop for free. And then once we have completed the migration to the browser client, we will also introduce new client licenses specifically for the browser client. But for now and for the next month and for the next year, you can receive the named transition license for this in the same quantity as you own full user licenses for the desktop.
Yeah, and it's Jeff here. That's also true for the shop floor client licenses as well. So if you want to use the web shop floor in parallel, you can get as many browser client licenses for the shop floor as you have currently on the desktop.
Thank you, guys. One other question here. We are on an older version of Insight, but it's version 13 providing getting dashboard templates on web. I'm not sure if maybe
templates. I'm not sure. So
Nico can answer that. Do you have any templates for dashboards?
We provide some standard components on which you can build your dashboard layouts, but we don't provide any pre-configured layouts in their entirety. So we focus on providing the components themselves that can be used in a variety of different layouts the way you best see fit.
Okay, thank you so much. Hopefully that answered the question. If not, please let us know. Reach out to us again, and then we try to give you more details on that one. Then there was a question. Oh, that's a good one here. Does Cutright becomes a black box? And can we only work with 2020?
Only does it mean work only with 2020 optimizer? Is this the question? Also, the part of the question.
That question was directly to Trish, so I can only read this here. So I guess the way I read this question is when we, for an example, create a production order or something else in Insight, then do a status change, and we will reach out to Cutright basically for the algorithm, for the optimization, and we return this information after the optimization comes back into Insight, into the optimization console. Is that the only way in order to work with Cutright? So pushing something to Cutright comes back from Cutright through the optimization console.
I don't know who wants to answer this.
Nico, Jan?
Anyone? I mean, you kind of already gave the answer about the black box question. We are triggering some command line tools from Cutright. So yes, it it serves as a black box tool. You know, you press a button in Insight, and then in the background, CutWrite gets invoked with some command line arguments and stuff like that. It does the optimization, and then we receive the patterns back and read them into our Insight format into the panel optimization console. And maybe some of our customers have an existing interface. I wouldn't call it interface really, but they have some kind of link between Insight and CutWrite already. And this, in the past, this was usually done just with a simple CSV export or a PNX export. But that was really where this interface or this link ended, because we were sending data from Insight to CutWrite, but you never got the pattern and the optimization result back into your system. So you didn't have any real demand after the optimization result. And this is now what we can offer with this CutWrite integration. We are taking care about sending the PNX file automatically. We read in the optimization result back into the optimization console, and we can also update then the demand in your bill of material according to the optimization result. And that's really the big benefit over just doing it with a simple CSV import and export.
Thank you, Nico. That may answer the next question, was related to that one. Do we need to use both interfaces, CutWrite and 2020 optimization console?
The CutWrite interface.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Nico.
Go ahead, Jeff.
It's designed so that you don't need to use the CutWrite interface. So we take care of providing all the parameters, all the scripts, all the data to just have CutWrite produce the patterns. And then we drag those patterns or import those patterns and the data back into the Insight optimization console. So you can stay in the Insight environment 100% if that's your choice. I did just confirm with the developer that it is possible to alter the script to stop the process and actually open the CutWrite interface if that's a desire to look and inspect those patterns before they're actually brought back into the Insight system. But the original intent is to make it more of a black box so that you don't have to do anything specifically in the CutWrite interface.
Okay, thanks, Jeff.
I think that adds to. Sorry if I just add something, Dirk. The question, I understood the question. The CutWrite application is still usable as is before, so you can still use it if you have any other applications that are used with CutWrite, or if you try or do still want to optimize some manual nestings or patterns outside of your normal automated structure within Insight. So it becomes a black box, but you can still use it in the same way that you want to use it before.
Thanks, Jan. Good point. Related to this one, I mean, Joachim mentioned already, we're talking to other machine vendors, and one of the questions here is, are there any plans to interface with the artist optimizer? Maybe Nico?
There are no plans yet to do this. But there are plans to integrate with other machine vendor provided optimizers, like EMA, for example.
Thank you. One other question here is, we are in the process of setting up Insight and are still a few months away from launching it. When should we switch to version 13? Maybe a question for Ryan here. Maybe Ryan is
there we go. Sorry.
Not yet on the call, but somebody else want to take that? Otherwise, I take it.
Hear me?
Okay, I think
Ryan is.
Ryan, you're very quiet.
No, yeah, you're so quiet. I can't hear you, Ryan.
I would say that as soon as you feel comfortable to move to 13, there's no reasons to hold back and wait to go if you're planning on utilizing any of the functionality. If you're not planning to use the functionality, then you can wait. But otherwise, during implementation, it's best to stay up to date as well, to take advantage of the latest releases of bug fixes as well as functionality.
Thanks, Ryan. Okay, double check here. I don't have any other questions right now. There's still a few minutes if you guys want to post something here. And you always know, reach out to us if you go back to your team, talk to them, and maybe some other people have additional questions. Still here for you guys to answer those questions. Righty, I don't see anything else coming in anymore. Trish, I'm not sure, maybe I don't see anything, but I don't see anything in the chat nor the Q&A.
No, I've given you all the ones I saw.
There's the question, who do we contact to get the v13 installation?
So just contact support, inside support, email address. You can also contact directly Heidi, and then she will send you the installation media, which you can then download. And then you can either upgrade yourself or schedule something with our technical guys here. They help you then. There's one more question here. I think it's more on the technical side, if I'm not mistaken, what has been asked here. How and where are attachments stored?
Attachments are stored in the database as a blob.
Hopefully we could answer that as well. Okay, and then Trish just posted the for everyone, if you don't have it, the inside support at 2020spaces.com email address. That is our support email address. Send it to your request. You want to get the latest version of Insight, and we will send you the download instruction for version 13.
There's a new question, Jörg. Can you help us understand the reason behind being able to use cut, write, blue cell, etc.?
I didn't see that question, but it must have come to you. Anyhow, can somebody answer that? Maybe read it one more time, Joachim.
Okay, can you help us understand the reason behind being able to use cut, write, blue cell, etc.?
Yeah, so this is a strategic question, guys, whoever answers that.
The question is why we offer the different possibilities.
Reason, yeah.
Is right, the reason. Well, part of the reason is in the past it has some historic reasons as well. Like Blue Cell was the first we integrated with. But then we also thought, like I personally think that the panel optimization console gives us such a great framework that also customers should benefit from this framework, but continue using their existing software for optimization. I don't want to force a customer in using Blue Cell or even one of our internal optimization algorithms. You know, if you're satisfied with CutWrite, we want to give you the possibility to continue using CutWrite, but use also our panel optimization console. And that was the strategic behind why we also added the CutWrite interface now. In addition to Blue Cell and CutPro, our own optimizers.
It also even lets you use multiple algorithms in parallel with each other. So you can mix and match, and you can even compare the results if you want to between two optimizers, and then have the system automatically choose the better one based on certain criteria. So as Nico says, it opens up a lot of possibilities to centralize the results of all the data in the optimization console, but still let you use the selected optimizers that you see best for your application, whether that be panel saw optimizers or nesting algorithms.
Another question. Does an insert include its own optimization abilities? But I think you answered already. We have our own, and Nico also, we have our own optimization software as well.
Yep.
Any other questions? I don't see anything on the Q&A side anymore. Did one of you guys get anything through your chat there?
Nope.
Nothing anymore? Okay. Good. Then, as Trish already mentioned before, we have recorded the session. You will get the link very shortly, and then you can share that with your team members so that they can see what the new features are in version 13. And with that, I would like to thank you so much for participating today. We here at Thinkly, we wish you all very happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. If we do not talk to you anymore before the holidays, enjoy the time with your family, with your friends. Have a good time, and hopefully we can continue our business with you guys and in the new year. I'm really looking forward working with you in the future. Thank you very much.